Oh yeah, time to hang with Mother again. So I think I am at a non-Mother stage. We shall see. Hello, Allie. Play game. Alien Isolation. Continue game. Hi, Kay. I don't remember what was happening. All I know is that Mother is out there. Oh, yeah, I remember what was happening. Um, there were like people and stuff. Yeah, it is raining.
You can trust our working Joes. Always there, always helpful, always working for you. Our synthetics are made to be simple. No emotional simulations, no micro qualities. They just work for you, so you can get on with your life in perfect peace of mind. Working Joes. Brilliantly simple and simply brilliant.
I don't remember even how I got in here. Also, I really need like people who are building robots like Boston Dynamics and whatnot to stop making bipedal two-armed robots. Like, okay, now I really don't remember how I got in here. Because I don't need, like, the only humanoid robot I need is for the bedroom. Oh, that's right, these open. Otherwise, I don't need it looking like a person. I don't need it talking like a person. Oh, man. Ooh. If it's gonna fold my laundry and do my dishes and do all the other things around the house that I really don't want to do, then Stun Baton should be fine. I'm really mad that the Stun Baton does not work for some reason. I wonder if it's bugged. Oh, I had to reload it. Well, now I feel stupid. Because I was definitely swinging it at people.
We got an intruder.
And it was doing nothing. Hello, Lurking Rider. Yeah, I got him. Give me that grip.
Sebastopol hazard containment alert was recently raised to Omega. Please stand by for notification.
And I'm gonna need to make another one. But yeah, like, and I get not wanting to make it creepy. Like, if you gave it like 6 legs and like little pincers, like, it'd be weird. But we're not talking about that. Like, there has to be a happy medium between humanoid robot that looks like a chick and, you know, horror stuff of my nightmares. Like, there's got to be a happy medium. Like, like Boston Dynamics is also making a robot dog, which is also an attack dog, which that's a whole separate conversation. But okay, I can't go that way. But like, it's cutesy. It's got personality. Like make me one of those. Oop. What? Okay. Buddy. Let's not. How about you let me go? Release me. You need another one? Ah, nope. We need you to stop. Ugh. Anyway, hi. How are you doing? How's everybody feeling? Congratulations on making it to Friday. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. I should probably check the thing. Find a way back to the thing. Okay, so it's not that way. It is back this way. Unhand me, demon. Doot. Craft. And hey, listen, as someone who almost didn't break his record for oldest you've been, I could say with certainty that is an enormous accomplishment. Be loud and proud. What you got, homie? Nigga, give me that.
Be advised, Apollo
Okay.
has raised the hazard containment alert to level Omega. Thank you.
Omega. Listen, now is not the time for Omegaverse, okay? Actually, is the Xenomorph an Omegaverse? Because she lays eggs, and then those eggs then produce things that impregnate. Fine, keep your secrets. Look, I'm 100% sure it's on AO3 because every sort of thing I can think of, someone's written a fan fiction
Some
over it.
security shutters in my way. Can you open them? Waits.
You bastards, you murdering bastards! Leave him alone! Stand down! You bastards!
Waits! Waits!
I could go like on a whole rant about how important the original Alien film was and how genre breaking and later genre defying it was, but someone hasn't seen it yet, and I don't want to like spoil it because I will force them to sit down and watch it with me at some point.
You always know a working Joe. Each working Joe synthetic at Seek.
Okay. Find an alternative route. Can't go in there.
Is subjected to thousands of safety checks before activation. That's because we understand we're building machines.
Oh yeah, and the production of it is so wild.
Together.
Like the things that they did. And also the casting, the casting director, 10 out of 10, top notch. It's like, bring me your finest. And he was like, bet. It's like, also I need someone really tall. Look, if you were like over like 6'6" and an actor in the 80s, you were eating real good. You got to play the Predator. You got to play the Alien. Like you got to play some stuff, and then also like all of the genius people that came out of Alien. Like obviously you had like Sigourney Weaver and like a couple of other actors that I don't remember the names of, and Lance Henriksen, who is a legend. I don't care how bad the movie is. If Lance Henriksen is in it, I will watch it. But God, I forget his name, but there is an artist who did some of the storyboarding. He was one of the storyboard artists who later on became a creature designer and production designer because he was so inspired by Geiger. And fun fact, creature designer on The Descent, which if you have not seen The Descent and you love scary movies, check it out. But also was the production designer on iRobot. And if you've seen iRobot, which you should have, is a brilliant, like just incredibly well-designed film.
Houses the workers and families living on Sebastopol, as well as providing executive suites for traveling businessmen.
Don't scare me like that. God damn. Yeah, and launched Ridley Scott's career. And I'd argue launched his brother's career too. Like, there are just so many brilliant people, and so much of Hollywood came out of that one film. Yeah, it's the underground cave with the monster movie. One of the few horror movies with an all-female cast. Okay, I should probably look at my map. Oh, there's a thing here. Oh, update map. Let's go. There's a thing across the way. So yeah, Alien launched a ton of careers and redefined the genre and really just did a lot of awesome, amazing things.
The station separation
Noodle.
is now complete. Thank you for your patience.
Huh. Okay. I need to go that way. Oh! Oh, that guy. Listen, okay. If you are a Star Trek nerd, you know that the guy who played Lurch in the two Addams Family movies is also the guy that played Laxwana Troy's attendant in many episodes in Next Generation. Man is a fucking legend. That's where I came from. Like, yeah, if you were a super tall guy in the 80s, you were eating good. I am so jealous that you got to hang out with Star Trek royalty. Where am I going? Find an alternative route. Okay, we're gonna go back downstairs. I'm gonna check the map again.
Trust our working Joes. Always there, always helpful, always working for you. Our synthetics are made to be simple. No emotional simulations. No life.
Speaking of, I am itching for my Star Trek rewatch. I still gotta watch season 3 of Strange New Worlds.
And simply brilliant.
Huh. Is this... No. I mean, probably where I need to go, but for now, no. Okay, so is there any way through here? Yeah, that's the thing about these games. If you just wander around enough, you'll eventually end up where you need to go. But remember, video games are a lot like life. If there are enemies ahead of you, then you are headed in the right direction. Ah, yes. Okay. So I'm in this room. Can I go this way? No. They say.
Sevastopol hazard containment alert was recently raised to Omega. Please stand by for further notifications.
Okay. Strange. You're strange. But yeah, happy Friday, everyone. Happy weekend. Make sure you eat something delicious this weekend, or I will get you. Me when I get you. Oh, it's all the way fucking back here. Okay. Nope. No one's here.
Join the journey. A wealth of new career opportunities awaits you.
Look.
Come and join the Sikhs and
I have said more than once
family today.
that
Sikhs tomorrow. Together.
the way I play horror games when I am not on stream, like the reason horror games don't click for me is because they all require you to do things that I would never do in real life. Like if I'm the Doomslayer and they kill my bunny, you better believe I am going to hell to wreck some shit. However, if it's me in real life, without the dooms. Like, if I wasn't a space marine first, absolutely not. That portal opens up and be like, who's going? Because not me. Oh no, how did you chip a tooth? Okay. But that door's locked. Okay, so I have to go to the upper concourse and then around and then through. Okay. I was gonna say your teeth generally like food, but I've both raised children and been a child, so I know that it is not just food things that goes in one's mouth. It was a gummy bear? How you gonna roll a one eating a gummy bear? That's wild. That's wild. Oh, right. So I have to go this way, but this doesn't open. Switch floor. I gotta go back this way.
Be advised, Apollo has raised the hazard containment alert to level Omega. Thank
I do remember as a child that when I had a loose tooth, I was eating particularly sticky candy, like a Jolly Rancher or something, and it stuck so hard that when I pulled my jaw apart, it pulled the tooth out. Though also, literally every single tooth that I lost as a kid was a harrowing, jarring, upsetting experience. I want to go the other way. There has to be a way. Let me go save this game. Not that I accomplished a whole lot besides burning through a couple of medkits. Yeah, tooth stuff is just in general, like dentistry is just really upsetting. Like, no thank you. Like, I know that eventually I will need to go to the dentist and endure their machinations. Listen, buddy, we don't have to do this. You're not authorized in this facility. Oh, come on. Shut up. Okay, I need you to know then you are probably the only ace in history to ever be defeated by a piece of garlic bread. The only one. That is low-key the deepest K lore of all K lore. Eating soup. Listen. Either there's something wrong with the human mouth, or like soft foods are deceptive. This does not open. I probably missed this container. Also, hi, Puddle Glum. Wowzers. Wowzers. There's a whole lot of wowzers. The real horror game is the chat. Okay, I'm guessing I'm going the right way.
Illumination Tower contains all the amenities and comforts you would expect at home.
We'll reload that.
Caters to all the needs of visitors to the station, as well as Sevastopol's long-term population. Nearby are both
I remember chopping wood in high school, and one of my teachers was like, "Oh yeah, this such and such needs a soft wood," and I'm sitting there chopping it with an axe, and I'm like, "What about this is soft? Quit playing with me." Oh, I am where I want to be. Let's fucking go. Open vent. Yeah, and there's a front tooth too. That's just dastardly. Diabolical. Right, but low key, like okay, if you're splitting logs, I kind of sort of prefer hardwood over softwood. A terminal. It's been a long time since I've chopped wood. What are your plans? Hey, Mart, I guess you've heard about the station decommission by now. What are your plans? I've got some connections that can hook me up with work when we leave. I can't promise anything, but maybe they can find you something too. They've started closing down the stores in the gallery. Your place was still boarded up from last year. Sorry you had to lose it. You've never seemed to catch a break. Do you still hear from Margaret and the kids? Maybe you should go see them when you leave Sevastopol. Let me know if you want... Let me know if you want me to ask around for you. You know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that was not intentional, and there's a grammar error in this game. 0 out of 10. Security risk. Blythe, we need to find a way to shut down those automated janitors. They're a security problem. Every time they start their cleaning circuit, there's a risk they'll open up a route for that thing that's hunting us. Or at the very least, let looters in. So there are many things in American politics that I have a problem with. One of my chief beefs is the idea that teeth are luxury bones. Like, in terms of healthcare, it is a luxury to all Sevastopol inhabitants. The station's decommission process is now underway. Please read carefully and take note. An initial team is on station to survey Sevastopol and initialize the decommissioning process. Please help them in any way you can. We have enough food and medical supplies. The redirection of the supply ship flight path will not impact on your quality of life. Rationing will, however, be deemed necessary if stock runs low. Hoarding and illegal trading will not be tolerated. Please report suspicious activity to Siege and Security, who will investigate in cooperation with the Colonial Marshals. A population rehoming service has been established. We are happy to help you with your next step, but are not liable for costs incurred. If you require financial support, we recommend Seegson Credit Services. The decommission is final. You must relocate or you will be faced with forced removal.
I have been camped out in Galleria Mall for maybe 24 hours. The people here, they're scared. But they still believe that Marshal Waits will kill the creature. They forget other dangers. They forget themselves. People are turning on each other for food, for water. I cannot stay here.
Ah. Listen, I get some of the most delightfully unhinged things in my Discord, and I would not have it any other way. If I recall correctly, I've been this way already. Okay, so that door is open. But yeah, like eyes completely optional. And feet, okay. So, from someone who has a family with a history of diabetes. You bitch. Yeah, for someone who has a family history of diabetes, and like I've had more than one family member lose a leg to it. Like, yeah, and also a quarter of your bones, of your human bones, are in your fucking feet. Pet rocks with teeth is something I have not seen. Impounded. Week beginning 11/11/2137. Marlowe H. Ammunition and weaponry various. Marlowe H. Level 3 plasma shear unauthorized. Marlowe H. Wayland Yutani Property Flight Recorder Unit. USCSS Nostromo. Marlowe H. Watch, wallet, and personal effects. Marlowe H. Suspected contraband medical supplies. Pharmax. Not relieve. No duty stamps. Listen. This guy sounds pretty cool.
Wait, it's Dr. Lingard. I've just examined a patient with, well, I've never seen anything like it. Some kind of unknown parasite. I did a quick check on the name they gave me, and there's no one registered under it at Sevastopol. I think she came on board recently. Do you know anything about this? I have no idea what Sinclair and his men were doing, but this should have been picked up during quarantine. Who knows what else they've let through? The patient and her captain are waiting for me in the examination room. Get down here now.
But yeah, quarter your bones in your feet. Your ability to stand and pull yourself off of the ground is directly linked to like your overall health. Like, they can tell how soon you will die based on how easy it is for you to pull yourself off of the ground. Listen. Okay, socks. Okay, we're going to play this, and then I'm going to talk about socks.
We should talk about what happened in San Cristobal. Now, it was a nasty business, and I understand that you want to deal with it as quietly and quickly as possible. But I wanted to make sure you didn't do anything rash. I'm talking about catching the specimen without killing it. If we play it smart, we could be set up for life. I have the connections. I can set it up. You're getting old, Waits, you can't do this forever. And what are you going to do when Sevastopol closes? You have my number. Ransom out.
Okay. Here's the thing about socks. I hate having shit on my feet. I hate it. The problem is, now, my feet get cold. Now, before... Oh, wow. Okay. Hold on. So like socks cool for other people. But for David's, no, absolutely not. And like I said, now my feet get cold. And so I am stuck in this terrible conundrum of cold toesies versus putting on uncomfortable things on my feet. And I don't like it. I hates it. Filthy hobbitses. And like I don't have ADHD, and I am not autistic. I have different flavors of foolishness. I thought you liked socks. I thought you liked being bundled up and warm. Hey there, buddy.
They're all dead.
The
Yeah, they are.
Android slaughtered them.
Why? Why the fuck?
I don't know, but I think Samuels does.
Samuels? Why?
Wait, sent him to access Apollo. I need to find him. Have you seen Taylor and Marlowe?
No.
They're not here. I think they may have got clear. Ricardo, if I go after Samuels, can you run this place? I need eyes and ears.
I'm not fucking staying here.
Ricardo, I need you to do this. Can you man the station and keep me covered? Ricardo!
Yeah, sure. Of course.
Sit tight. Lock the fucking doors and don't let anyone in. Look after me. I'll come back for you.
That is a curse. That is an absolute curse. Uh... Full-blown curries. Okay, I new phrase unlocked. Of course, this door is locked. So I should go. What does that mean? Oh, passcode lock. Okay. No. This food analogy is fine. But know that at any given moment, I can launch into a rant about British food. And also, we are reaching the time of year where absolute shenanigans are going to happen in people's kitchens, and all sorts of family drama is about to unfold. And I need everyone, and I mean everyone, to report back about said shenanigans because that shit gives me life. That shit feeds my entire existence. You got some shitty uncle that has the worst take. I gotta hear about it. You gotta tell me. Like, you know, you got some cousin that ran off with their other cousin and that they're not like married or anything, but like, but you know, things are happening. You gotta tell me. Listen, buddy, guy, fellow. Oh God, what sort of food crimes do you commit in the kitchen? Now I gotta know. Okay, so behind me.
This is an entirely unauthorized alert. Please stop interfering. Tut tut.
Tut tut, how dare you? The day I get tutted by a fucking AI. Hold that for me. I mean, I don't do family either. You're not supposed to because of like the genetic things. And listen, yeah, if I was going to be anything from Lord of the Rings, I would either be one of the fighting Uruk-hai or I'd be a hobbit. Like, there's just no in between. And I understand how, like, racially coded that is, but that's also fine. Huh. That door doesn't open. Is this the right one? But yeah, and also, either way, whether fighting Uruk-hai or filthy hobbitses, no shoes. Shoes no.
Sorry for the current disruption in services.
Fingers out of place. Maybe there's where they're supposed to be. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Like, generally mix Italian, Indian, Thai, and West Country English cuisine into a single bowl. Okay, so for one,
This car for Sevastopol Science and Medical Tower.
hot take. Italian and Indian cuisine are pretty close to one another because they both use a lot of tomato and onions.
Station serving the San Cristobal Medical Facility.
And there is a subsection of Thai food that is also curry. So, like, if you put Italian, Indian, and Thai food in the same bowl, depending on what it is, they all work together. That's fine. And of course, like, you know, the British is you're gonna dump that on a pile of chips, and that's fine. Like that is
Serving the San Cristobal Medical Facility and seeks
I can see
synthetics.
activity on terminals on the top levels of seeds and synthetics. Rip, I'm not sure I can do this.
you better do this, my guy.
Ricardo, I need you to focus. You're in charge now.
In charge of what? A room full of dead people? This is fucked up.
Focus, Ricardo. If Samuels can talk to Apollo, he can get the androids to stand down. Then this will all be over.
If you are what you eat, then I would be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich right now. Old-fashioned. Actually, no. You deserve a fancy drink tonight. Manhattan. I just always default to old-fashioned. Because, now, anybody who's done any serious drinking in their life, you've gone through phases where you've had your drink. Like, whatever your signature drink is. And I remember my first signature drink was a whiskey sour. And I don't remember why it was a whiskey sour. Yeah, pork burrito. But it was. I feel like Mother is here. Why do I feel like Mother is here? But over time, you know, there are different reasons that you settle on whatever your drink is. And for me, it's always, if I get a bad bartender or a new bartender, what can they make that will still come out good? And so like whiskey sour, it's ice, whiskey, sour, done. And listen, I love a fancy cocktail. Like, I don't get the hate on Cosmos because a well done Cosmo is really, really good. And there are a bunch of other, like, sort of stereotypical cocktails that are legitimately delicious. And I say this as somebody who pours bourbon into a glass and then drinks it. Listen, Puddle Glove, both of our hearts wanted takeout. You made the right choice. But tomorrow you shall have takeout. But while I technically prefer a Manhattan, I've never had a bad old-fashioned.
Hughes, it's Ransom. I just got your query. Yes, I have been in our transmission relay archive, and I've done some decrypting. I'm looking for crew logs that passed through Sevastopol a while ago. I know you're concerned, but it's ancient history. There's just some stuff I need to know. A routine company transmission packet sent from the edge of Thetis before a ship started its trip home. Nothing that's gonna break anything.
Ripley's asked me to log a report on what happened to the umbilicus when we hooked onto the refinery. I'll tell you what happened. Me and Brett were holding the place together with our bare hands. You'd think millions of tons of oil would get someone from the front deck, someone on a full share down here with us. You know, checking up on the stuff we need. You want to get out of the system on schedule next term, you put the Nostromo in dry dock for a month. You wait till we're done with it. You pay what we're due, park her out.
Oh, well, shit. Okay. Okay, hold on. That bad bar in Brooklyn, Rob Roy. Doesn't know how to make an old-fashioned. You had to walk him through whiskey sodas. Yo, that's... I'm not the kind of person to ask to speak to a manager, but boy howdy, that is a way to get me to, like... because if... Okay, for those of you who don't know, an old-fashioned is like 4 ingredients. It is whiskey, sugar, bitters, ice. It's been a long time since I've made one, so feel free to correct me, Kay. But it is not complex. It is not complicated. It is not difficult by any stretch. So... And then also, it's one of the basic cocktails. So you really should know how to make it. And then if you have to be walked through whiskey soda... Go left. Yeah, I wouldn't ask to speak to a manager. I would just leave. I'd be like, you know what? No, thank you. And I would leave. because, and here's something that people don't understand about, I'd say LA, but big cities in general, is there's good food to be had. There's great food to be had. But it's very hard to justify an hour-long wait in the Elements. Because in LA, you'll go to a place that has the best tacos or like the best ramen in town. Like, there's a guy I know that lived in Japan for like 6 years. And I was like, yo, what's your favorite food? And he's like, oh, ramen. And I'm like, okay, you lived in Japan and your favorite food was ramen. He's like, yes, that's part of why I lived in Japan. Excuse me? What is he deep throating over there?
Off in the labs nearby. Elevators are out. Looks like the seeds and synthetics aren't taking kindly to a Weyland-Yutani model snooping around.
So how do I get up?
You have to climb. There's a service vent through to the elevator shaft around there somewhere.
Yeah, I'll find the passcode. Buddy, that is not how I want to go. But yeah, like, I was saying something that I got distracted by my man's deep throat in a magazine. Oh yeah, so you know, if you live in LA, oh yeah, so dude was like, oh man, favorite food is ramen. I'm like, okay. When you're feeling homesick, where do you go to get ramen? And he's like, oh, I go to this place. And so I went there, and to be clear, fucking fantastic ramen. Goddamn brilliant ramen. I feel like there's a thing down here. But then I had a friend where I was like, oh man, I went to this great ramen spot, let's go. And she's like, bet, let's go. And so we go, and there's a line out front. And I'm like, oh hell no. We are not waiting in fucking line to get some ramen. And we went 2 doors down and had ramen that was almost as good. And so the same thing is true of bars. Like, it's much less so in LA because LA is really not a drinking town. Unless you're like on Sunset or Hollywood Boulevard or in West Hollywood. But, why do I feel like there's a thing here? Let me save this here. Well, Gilmore gets what he wants. Point of interest. Fuck it, let's go. But at my favorite bar, where they had this drink called the Hellfire. Well, no. The bar that was in that building before had a drink called the Hellfire. Which is a whole story, and if you meet me in person, man, what do you mean point of interest? Okay, whatever. If you meet me in person, ask me about that drink. It's a whole night of stories. Anyway, but literally 100 feet from there had drinks that were just as cheap and just as good. And so especially like in a place like LA or New York, your service has to be great and your product has to be great, because if not, 5 minutes from you is someone who's doing the same thing as well or better. Doop. It is almost break time, which is good because I'm going to need to turn on my air conditioning and grab a beverage. Also, I absolutely adore custom cocktails at climb the elevator shaft to the upper labs. So I gotta find that passcode. Did I look at this terminal? I didn't look at this terminal. The dude deep throating the thing distracted me so much that I didn't look at the terminal. Smythe, read this. Don't be mad, but I went through to the elevator shaft and shut the access door behind me. I had a Joe on my tail, so I had to get out of there. If you can find something to cut through the panel, the code is 8382. Don't worry if not, I'm coming back down for you now. No sign of the lovebirds, but I've got a whole heap of guns and supplies up here. Russell. An Outpost of Progress, number 2. Sevastopol, An Outpost of Progress by Julia Jones. Seegson's Frail Origins. After Wayland Industries led the way in faster-than-light travel, Seegson found success mass-producing the flight components central to the colonial gold rush that followed. Its ensuing overexpansion and reputation for producing low-cost alternatives to Weyland-Yutani branded goods is a matter of public record. In the modern day, there should be a comma there, you fucking jerks! In the modern day, Seegson is attempting to change the fortunes of alien colonial outposts. Stations like Sevastopol receive investment, and Seegson-affiliated companies set up shop. But the economic patterns that once worked within the Sol system have not flourished in deep space. On Sevastopol, mass-produced, no-frills androids still sit in their boxes. Machines in research facilities are still shrouded in the plastic they were delivered in. Trading docks are used only by the flourishing black market that the station's residents have come to rely on. Sevastopol is a ghost town, and nobody cares. All right. In break time. I will see y'all in 3 minutes. Be right back. Hey y'all, I have returned. It is time for more of the business. AC is on, beverage is acquired, single digit centigrade. Okay, so freezing is 0, which means it's above 32, which means it's below 40, which means it's legitimately cold. One of my big concerns in potentially like moving out of the country is I was both born in Texas, 8382, and spent most of my life living in Los Angeles. And everywhere in Southern California is either desert or desert adjacent. So it's always hot, which means everybody either has or should have AC. And I have always been a person that runs hot. So, like in my first apartment. So for one, I don't understand how my childhood home did not have air conditioning growing up. And then, of course, as is tradition, when I moved out, my dad got an AC unit in his bedroom. But my first apartment, I turned on the AC when I moved in and turned it off when I moved out. Don't forget the food, Lurking Rider. Don't forget the food. Yikes. The one thing that I find grossly unrealistic about most games is the level of upper body strength the protagonists have. I'm surprised I haven't met Mother in one of these yet. Speak of the devil. I know you're alive, dude. Quit playing with me. You're alive. You live.
Ricardo, I'm here. Looks like the place synthetics go to die.
Yeah, you were not. You were definitely not. Where's the save? Buddy, the way I'm going to hammer you in the fucking head. God damn it. Yeah, you're dead. So. But yeah, I am terrified of moving to another country, and then they don't have... Okay, listen, I've seen this episode of Doctor Who. Can't scare me. But yeah, I'm terrified of moving to a place that does not have an air conditioner. Damn. Ooh, listen. Kay, your only saving grace is that I don't have near the strength that I used to, because my sister did that once, and it is the hardest I have ever hit her in my entire life, and we have fought a bunch. But she snuck up on me, and I popped her so good, she's probably still mad about it. Ooh. Listen. Oh, okay. So, at the place I used to live, my
hazard level, Omega. We hope you'll join
buddy.
us for the journey. What are you doing here?
How about shut up?
Isn't the answer.
So the place I used to live, my bedroom had a swinging door. And I was playing Amnesia: The Dark Descent, which is a terrifying game. It was on the list of games to be played here. And I was at this really scary part. Had my studio headphones in. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. And right as the monster is stalking me, one of the dudes I lived with kicked in my door. Just booming. And I jumped out of my skin so much that I tore the cable on my headphones and jumped out of my chair. Ooh, and almost took the dude's head off. And I was like, if you ever dare to do this again, you better get your hands ready, because I will whoop your motherfucking ass. Also, fun fact. So that happened, and then I didn't play Amnesia for like 2 years after that. And then I played it, got to the same spot where there was a super scary thing that happened, and then Alt F4'd, uninstalled the game, and I have not played it since. I have, I think, every game in the Amnesia series. And that is the most Amnesia I've played. Love to be jump scare startled. It made her feel alive. One day I heard in the kitchen. Walked to it was the office cleaner on a ladder. Yo. Fun fact, the AI or the androids in Alien are all British code. Yo. Reformat chamber. Spedding. I've sent up some blank androids for the VIPs of Estapol's sail tour. If you haven't done it before, just have them lie on the slab in the reformat chamber. It'll connect to Apollo and upgrade them with the latest programming. Let's hope they bite, Russell.
This is Seekson Executive Ransom speaking. I just woke up to find a working Joe in my suite, and when I asked what the hell it was doing, it lunched for me. I had to leave my own fucking apartment. Send your best technicians to Apollo Core and find out what the hell is going on. Now! Get those things under control. I want a full report ASAP.
I can type fast. No wonder no one likes you. Listen, so I haven't watched any Doctor Who after Old Guy and the lady with the button nose, whose name I don't remember. Harlow.
The door appears blown.
Woo,
I can't
Riley.
get near it.
Or Ripley. Ripley, let's look. Maybe let's not. Okay, turn this one off. But I read something today that said that Doctor Who not only isn't good, but hasn't been good for a while, and that Russell T Davies has really been like focused on like nostalgia bait instead of advancing it, and that makes me really sad because Doctor Who holds a very special place in science fiction. And yeah, to hear that it is not great, because again, going back to Star Trek, I originally resisted watching third wave Star Trek for a number of reasons, including but not limited to their departure from Gene Roddenberry's storytelling rules. This one's off. But while a lot of it is not great, well, I have complaints about a lot of it. Like the first season and a half of Picard. Ugh. That said, the payoff, the end of season 3 of Picard, chef's kiss. They really landed that play. This fucking jerk. And then there's some seasons of Discovery where I was like, come on, meow. Come on, meow. Though there are storytelling things they did with Discovery that I really appreciate. How every season doesn't revert to the status quo. There's always a big shift in the execution. Oh, this one. Duh. Now I'm talking about specifically the first episode of the recontinuance with all the mannequins. That's what I was referencing. And also the mismanagement of Disney and the whole property. I don't know about anybody else, but I like to watch my TV shows in order. And if you go on Disney Plus, before you cancel it. Who closed the door? They have
access to Apollo. Open the tower transit immediately.
Apollo transit reserved for seats and executives and synthetics only.
Right. Then I'll have to find a way to talk to Apollo directly.
Biocontainment hazard level Omega. All permissions rescinded.
I don't have time for this.
Get him! Fuck him up! Yeah! Yeah! Get in that ass. Listen, I know you're the villain, But I respect the grind, my guy. Got hands. But yeah, like they have the specials and they have like the show, but it's not like in order. Use button. And it's really kind of scattered all over the platform. And I hate that. Like let me just queue it up and press play. But hey, name a more classic duo than Disney mismanaging a property. Whew. Yeah, I don't even know what season 10 is. Like, you it's on season 38 or whatever now. Plans tonight. Suzanne, sweetheart, I'm going to have to rain check. I'm getting reports from downstairs about abnormal android behavior. It might have something to do with all those folks going missing. I need you to get to the showroom and shut yourself in. There's a lockdown button near my desk from when these machines were actually worth something. Don't worry about them. They're only display models. Just sit tight. I'll sort this out and we can celebrate the deal finally going through when we're not on company time. Now, I will say, so the whole Bad Wolf saga with Tenet was brilliant, well executed. And the whole Tenet run was brilliant and well executed. And I appreciated the Matt Smith run, especially since it kind of departed from the status quo of like doctor and companion run around do hijinks. And the romance between what's her name and then the dude who was the Roman guy who stayed for like centuries, like that, peak hotness. But then Peter Capaldi and his first arc with the lady with the button nose whose name I don't remember, that was brilliant. Oh, also the whole thing with what's her name? The woman who loved the doctor but goes backwards through time while he goes forwards through time. That, really well done. And then they have a special, and I want to say it's during the Capaldi run, where it's the wartime doctor, and they bring back David Tennant, they bring back some Matt Smith, and then John Hurt also plays a doctor. And I remember getting to the end of that special and going, oh my god, this is peak sci-fi, this is peak storytelling, it'll never get better. And then it didn't. Ooh. Now, here's the thing about Legends of Tomorrow. Yeah, the wartime stuff. Oh, yeah, the Day of the Doctor. Yeah, oh, River Song. Listen. May a love like River Song and the Doctor find me one day. But okay, so here's the thing about Legends of Tomorrow. And then also, what was the Marvel equivalent of it? I forget. But a friend of mine was like, hey, watch this show. It's really good. And I'm like, is it though? And they're like, okay, but you got to give it a couple seasons. It gets really good in season 3. And I'm just like, and so I went and looked up the show. Each season is 22 episodes. Each episode is 45 minutes. I do not have 44 hours to devote to a TV show to wait for it to get good. When there's plenty of TV shows, where there's plenty of anime out there, where from episode 1 it's great. Last chance. Spedding. I'm expecting the VIPs to get here early, so I want you and your people ready and waiting to greet them. The clock's ticking down, and this is our last chance to salvage something from this piece of shit. I want your people to answer every whim, every vice, and laugh at every one of their fucking jokes. Take them to the showroom when they're ready. Don't rush them and don't bore them with speeches. If they say they want something changed in the Working Joes, just say yes. We can let the tech heads worry about it later. I hope you have your best people on this. Showroom appointments. Sales showroom viewing appointments. Monday, 0 appointments. Tuesday, 0 appointments. Wednesday, 0 appointments. Thursday, 0 appointments. Friday, date night. Saturday, 0 appointments. Sunday, 0 appointments. Seegson facility staff. Reception, Suzanne Archer. Line manager, Android liaison executive, Spedding. No, there was a TV show. There was an ensemble TV show for Marvel that was on before Disney bought Marvel that I don't remember the name of. And listen, Guardians of the Galaxy, the first 2 Guardians of the Galaxy films are really good, world-class superhero movies. Some of the finest ever made. And I really hate that James Gunn is good at his job. I hate it. Okay, that's where I came from. Okay. So which of you motherfuckers want the smoke? Is it you? No. Is it you? No. Not you either. Not you. Whoa. Domo. Not you. Okay, you good? You good? Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., yes. That is the show. Find a way out of the synthetic showroom. What if I don't want to find a way out? Well, then mother get you. So, like, my complaint about TV shows in general is that, as a rule, either they go on too long, or the showrunners don't plan an ending. They're like, oh, this is a great idea. The first season's going to be huge fire. It's going to be a banger. And then we're going to have no idea what we're doing or where it's going. Which is why I count Fringe as one of the all-time great sci-fi TV shows, because even though the final season was rushed and it feels rushed, they also knew where they were going. They knew what they were doing every season. Okay, that's where I came in. Okay, we're going to go back there. And the same thing with, like, Next Generation. Whether they planned it at the beginning or not, the ending of Next Generation is one of the finest endings of any TV shows ever. Full stop. And say what you will about Voyager, because Voyager was not good for long stretches. And I still feel bad for Ronald D. Moore for a lot of reasons, which is a whole rant I'm not going to get into right now. But Voyager also had a banging ending. Like, great ending. And I want to say DS9 had a great ending, but I also don't clearly remember it. So go this way. Ooh, flashlight batteries. Where? Here. But there's so many great shows. Oh, another great example is The Good Place. Good Place had a perfect ending. Perfect ending. Really brilliant. Right. Arrow and Flash are two great examples. Because, like, I remember watching Arrow season, like, 1 through 3. And I was like, dope. Fantastic. Like, the guy who played Arrow couldn't act his way out of a paper bag if he peed in the corner. And that's fine, because he looked great with his shirt off. But, like, good, engaging story. And then they just... Then they got into, like, crossover country, and they also, like, couldn't figure out where they were going or what they were doing. Same thing with Flash. Like, Flash season 1, banger. Really good. Okay. So I have been in here before. Where does that go? But there's so many of these shows that are like big budget shows where it's like, you would think they would have gone into it with some sort of plan and, you know, had some expectation of landing the fucking plane. And instead, they do the capitalist thing of, well, infinite growth, infinite renewal. This show is going to be on for 20 seasons. And we don't have to think about the ending ever. And it's like, no, dude. Like, give me 3 seasons. Give me 5 seasons. At most, give me 7 seasons. The only type of TV show that works for more than, like, 5, maybe 7 seasons is The Procedure. Like... Even though it is propaganda, I do love me some Law & Order SVU, and that's on like season like 26 or something like that. And that's fine. That's great. That's dandy. You can watch any episode out of order, and you don't need to know what's going on, and it's great. It's fine. But outside of that, if you have like some sort of like overarching narrative, like fucking, when you get everybody signed up, figure out what the fuck you're doing. Like, if you don't have an end game in mind, get out of here. Because I love for my stories to go the end. Okay, we're just gonna go... Oh, listen. We love Jesse Elmert, okay? He had some shitty procedural that he starred in that... I was almost going to watch, and I still kind of want to watch, except I don't have the fucking time. Okay, so I got to find a way out of this room. So it's not going to be on the far wall. I probably need to turn something on. Door locked. They're like a switch. Something. You know what? I do love slandering Amell because he sucked, but you are correct. He did get better as time went on. And that's all I can really ask, because not everybody is going to be like Gary Oldman. Like, you know, not everybody is going to be Meryl Streep. And that's fine. But all we ask is that you get better and you still look good with your shirt on. Hmm. Where's the law? But yeah, I do need to pick up Doctor Who again at some point because I do want to see the Era of the Lady Doctor. But there's just so much TV to watch. Like, I gotta finish watching... What's the name of that show with Eva Green and Timothy Dalton? That was really good in the first season, but I'm not wild about the second season. Which is kind of crazy to me because, you know, Evil Witch Coven is right up my alley. Like, I would never write an Evil Witch Coven, but I do enjoy witches in media, good or evil. Come on, you've got to have like a button or something over here. Okay, we'll do one more lap around the room. There's the button. And now these motherfuckers come out. I guarantee you.
You need an appointment.
Do it. Anybody else want some?
Maybe one of these things had a key card.
Penny Dreadful. Yes, that is the name of the show. Listen, Eva. So one of the fight. Now I've watched Eva Green in a lot of things, and she's always great, always a tour de force performance. But I think the best I've ever seen her is in Penny Dreadful. There's one episode where she plays someone who's possessed, and she's just so good, and the episode is so wild. Just magic. And then Timothy Dalton is always great. Oh yeah. So I have heard that they're in talks for reuniting Rachel Weisz and Brendan Fraser for a new Mummy movie, but I have not heard that is officially confirmed. That said, I am ready. I am so ready. Oh yeah. Give me that. Stun baton recharge. Let's go. Like, I have said before, probably on this channel. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that's to get all of the guys. I have said before, I can figure out your age by charting when you had your Tim Curry sexual awakening. That said, if you are a little too young for... Oh, there's a lot of weapons here. That's bad. If you are a little too young for one of Tim Curry's many sexual awakening performances, then The Mummy is what did it for you. The Mummy is what taught you what it felt like to desire. Oh, that's just a full-on Molotov. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. That's bad. That feels like a boss fight's coming. Yeah, here we go. Oh, let me hit the terminal first, and then I will save the game. Regarding Smythe, read this. What do you mean you shut the access door to the elevator? All your guns and supplies mean jack shit to me when the synthetic that was chasing us is you still fucking down here. I don't think it's seen me. It's stood staring at your old magazines in the blood plant overlook. Get back down here and open this door now, Smythe. Holding out. I don't know how many of you are still around to get this, but I've got weapons and supplies, and I'm setting up shop outside the synthetic showroom. I'm hoping we'll be safe from the creature up here. Smythe is with me and waiting to be let up from the fluid plant reception. I still haven't seen Suzanne. If you're with her, let me know. Oh, listen. I feel like every furry over the age of like 25 can chart their origin to Disney's Robin Hood. Because they did not need to make these animal characters that fucking sexy. It is absolutely bonkers to me that they look that good. Bonkers. And his key card, I believe, goes here.
Weyland-Yutani synthetic registered. Attempted unauthorized access.
You better be dead, my guy. Look. I think everyone, including the aces of the world, saw Rocky Horror and felt something that they then had to figure out. That they then had to make peace with themselves. Oh, right.
Think of your fellow passengers. Take your trash with you.
Guess I go this way? To Android orientation. Okay, we'll just go.
Elevator going down to Android orientation.
Listen, Xena was a lot of like lesbian awakening and a lot of bi awakening for a lot of women. But I also know a lot of straight women that love Xena too. Like everybody loves Xena. And what I find particularly hilarious
Great.
is Xena.
Nothing. Just more shit on the station fucking up. The usual.
Xena is the spinoff and is the much higher quality show. Up you go, Ripley. Right? Like, Hercules had an entire fucking show, and it was dog shit. And not just because Kevin Sorbo, but it was just not good. Actually, mostly because Kevin Sorbo. And then they made the almost the exact same TV show, except with Lucy Lawless. Oh man, I forget the name of the woman who played Gabrielle. But with them two, and it was just like, absolute cinema, instant magic. Because a lot of that show was their chemistry on screen, and the chemistry with the actors. Like, there was a lady villain, not Cersei, it starts with a C. Calypso. I think Calypso. Where I was just like, wow.
Spreading in Android processing. We've got a situation. There's white on red casualties on station. I've just had an android report to the APTC with head trauma. But he's covered in blood. Human blood. I've alerted the marshals, put my secretary someplace safe, and right now, I'm headed for the transit. I'm gonna get a working Joe to consult Apollo. Maybe it knows who the hell is to blame for this.
Hey, Chris. But yeah, Xena was just... It really was magic. It really was lightning in a bottle. Yeah. There's a point of interest down here. And it is that. Oh, don't tell me I have to go all the way back. I'm not going all the way back out there. I'm not doing it. Oh man, yeah. Ares, listen. Just yeah, the casting was so good. Sam Raimi, you really figured some shit out. Okay, fine. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, Robin Hood came out, what, 65, 67? And it's just, to this day, the best incarnation of Robin Hood ever. No Robin Hood tale has been told better than the animated Foxes. And like, this is one of the things that pisses me off about Disney, is they have proven time and time again that they can make great media. Like, they bought Pixar and they're like, hey, you make great stuff. We want great stuff, so make great stuff for us. You know, like, they're like, oh, Marvel, you're doing great things, so we're just going to buy you. This would be great. But they never avoid the, like, blatant cash grab, and their whole brand suffers because of it. Camera off. Ooh, compound B, that's good. There's a hole down there. We're just going to wait here and read some chat. Distractions are a useful way to avoid dangerous situations. Sometimes, just not in real life. Oh yeah, look. Little John, not Little John, but dude who was the whoever the fucking villain was. And the sheriff of Nottingham was so goddamn diabolical. Where do sheep go to get a haircut? Oh my god. Where do they go? Oh my god. Yeah, that, there's some suffering there. There is some suffering. Well done, Chris. Yeah, like the sheriff of Nottingham was the real villain, because, like, Prince John was just a spoiled royal. God damn it. Oh, shit. But it's the sheriff of Nottingham who was the real villain. Because that dude was diabolical. let me go. Also, Snake Dude was a world-class henchman, and I always appreciate high-quality henchmen. And every time I think to myself, Disney has run its course. They're not going to make anything good. Then they come out with something that's a goddamn banger. And then we've got another, like, 5 years of, like, live-action remake of one of their properties that isn't good, that they spent too much fucking money on. And then it gets me back into the waiting cycle again. Like Aladdin. No one asked for that live-action remake. No one asked for Will Smith to be the genie. And filling Robin Williams' shoes is, I'd argue, nigh on impossible. And then, you know, they interfered with Pixar, and they're like, we bought you, so you do what we say, make sequels. And Pixar's like, we don't wanna. And you're like, well, that's too damn bad, you keep digging. And it's just, it's really frustrating how some of the biggest companies on Earth make the most bonehead decisions. Ooh, what dastardly villain asked for Will Smith to be a genie? Yeah, and like, I am here talking about like how bad the remakes are when I haven't seen any of them. I'm not sure I've seen any of them. But like Maleficent. Maleficent was a banger. Great film. Brilliantly executed. You take an old property, you give it a twist, you tell a different perspective. Great, fantastic, brilliant. And I understand that the reboots aren't for us, they're for like children. But Pixar has demonstrated over and over again that you can make movies for children that adults also enjoy. Where is the goddamn off button for this fucking camera? It's over there. God damn it, you fucking nerds. But like, and again, I haven't seen Frozen, but apparently every child on Earth loved Frozen. But like, you can make good original properties. Just, you know, try. What you doing, buddy? What you doing there, pal? Oh, yeah. John Oliver's casting, brilliant. Guess he's not gonna move, so I'm just gonna mosey on in. Oh, now he's moving. Good.
Ripley, good to see you alive. Apollo's security perimeter has been built so that only Seegson synthetics can interact with it. Listen to me. I'm going to have to do something rather drastic if I hope to connect with Apollo.
Like, not a movie, but a TV show. I don't know any adult that has watched Bluey and didn't like it. Not one. Every adult I know is like, Bluey's the shit, yo. Like I love it when my kids like turn on Bluey. I'm like, yeah, my show is on. You can make media for children that adults enjoy. Because, let's be real, adults are just grown-ass kids. There's a reason that superhero movies put asses in seats. Is because 40-year-old men like watching dudes run around in spandex.
Power from the area to allow me to try.
Right, K-pop Demon Hunters is the perfect example. I sat and watched that at like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, this movie, obviously for kids, still delightful. It was a good, feel-good movie. I appreciate the hell out of that film. And again, much like Sinners, Sony was like, I don't know if it's going to be any good. I don't know if we should invest in marketing. And then immediately becomes a banger, immediately has plans for a sequel, top its Spotify list with the songs. Like, come on. What are y'all doing?
Samuels, that's too dangerous.
Yes, far too dangerous. Wish me luck.
Samuels, don't!
What is he doing? What is he doing?
Warning. Apollo connection initiating. Apollo, infection has been purged. The creature is no longer on board. The station is safe. Request that all hazard containment operations are suspended. Alert. Unauthorized connection. Ripley, Apollo's rejecting me. We might be in trouble.
Yeah, no shit.
Apollo is trying to stop me from interfacing. Oh no! Amanda! You need to manually disconnect the systems. Please!
Jesus, Samuels, I'll try!
Wait! You need to do it in the correct order, or the cascade will be fatal for me. I'm accessing Seegson schematics. Remove the red cable first.
Okay, red first! Red done!
Next, look for a blue cable. Can you see it?
Hey, DC.
Got it! Blue disconnected. What next?
I'm having trouble accessing the schematics. Apollo is making things difficult.
I need the next one, Samuels! What?
What's happening out there, Ripley?
The emergency lights have come on! I can't make out the colors of the cables! You're gonna have to guide me to them!
The next one is plugged into a wall socket. There was an upturned gurney nearby.
Found it!
It's two more, Ripley. Look for an open floor panel. There should be a deactivated android next to it.
Got it, Samuels!
Where is the last one? This one? This one, yeah. All right. It is break time. I will see y'all in 3 minutes. Be right back. And we are back, including those of us who are colorblind. All this random static electricity is making me nervous as hell.
You're dying.
You talk like I've had an actual life. I thank you for that.
Samuels.
The Apollo transit is open. Once you get into the core, it will talk to you.
You did that for me?
I wanted Amanda Ripley to have closure.
Ricardo, if you're there, pick up.
I'm here, sorry.
Samuels is gone.
Shit.
He opened Apollo Transit for me. I'm gonna go straight there. I'll get Apollo to lift.
All transit. Somewhere, I guess.
The lockdown.
Tuna. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. Probably shouldn't be reading chat while I do these things. Okay. I understand why some people say that pineapple on pizza is sacrilege or whatever, but I also feel like it's literally one of those don't knock it until you try it things. Like, if you've tried it and you don't like it, that's fine. But everyone that I've seen, like, who not like complaining for the bit, but who like legitimately has a problem with it, hasn't tried it. And also doesn't like new things. Like, they order 100 pizzas and it's the same pizza every time. And it's always pepperoni. The color of magic. Is that the right way? Yeah, that's the right way. Because, like, from a, like, taste buds point of view, pineapple on pizza makes sense.
This could require my attention.
God damn it.
If you find something in this, what are you going to do with the answer? With such strange relations. Follow me, please. I'll have to. You're becoming hysterical. Is an entirely unauthorized alert. Please stop it. That isn't authorized in this facility. Protected by a contract running over these accidents.
How are you good already? Oh, because you're another one. God damn it. It's fine. Mayo, pickle, shredded cheese on white bread. Boo. 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 I say boo. Vile. You should absolutely make a pizza this weekend. And for those of you who have tried pineapple on pizza and didn't like it, you don't go screaming to anyone who will listen that pineapple on pizza is the greatest food sin in the history of food sins. Tuna. It is only the people who only eat the one type of fucking pizza that have the biggest cow with people enjoying things that they do not like. You know, I've met people who are averse to cooked fruit. And I want to say it's the autism, but that isn't entirely fair because I do know people who don't have autism who don't like cooked fruit. Who? It was your mother, wasn't it? It was your mother who liked anchovies on pizza. It has to be. It has to be. Who was it? I need to know because I need to put them on my fucking shit list. And that's another thing. If you are ordering pizza for a crowd, if you are ordering pizza for a group, stick to your basics. Don't get nothing fancy. Like, you know, get a pepperoni, get a cheese, the end. And if you want to, like, you know, do fancy shit, that's fine. But also make sure you get a pepperoni and a cheese. Because there are going to be people who are not into the shit that you are into. And forcing them to eat that or not eating at all is a dick move. Boo. No. No.
It seems you and I have a problem.
Yeah, we got a problem. The problem is you're chasing me.
This is a safety breach and will not be tolerated.
How about you stay over there, my guy? Because, like, I don't like olives.
Wait, I just found something here. An interview tape. You need to hear it.
Play it, Ricardo.
You're Marlowe, right?
Yeah.
I'm Taylor. Sector Exec Wayland Yutani.
Oh, the big guns now, huh? Not some girl with abandonment issues?
Leave Ripley out of this. She's just looking for closure. I'm looking after Wayland Yutani interests.
And I'm looking to get out of this fucking cell. Maybe we can do a deal.
Maybe. This is being recorded. You understand?
I saw. Red lights on.
I want data. The location of the planetoid where you found the derelict. All data you have on the origin of that organism.
I can give you that. And a way off the station. You just have to let me out.
I can probably agree to those terms. What the fuck?
Taylor! Taylor, get me out of this cell right now! Get me out!
Ripley?
I heard it.
Okay, so apparently not to go there. Oh man, it's okay. So to be fair, pineapple tries to eat you while you eat it. Like it does try to digest you, which is why if you eat too much pineapple, like if you eat like an entire pineapple on its own,
This could require my attention. What are you doing here?
but
My turn now.
fella, guy, friend. Save it. Escargot. Okay, that's... But yeah, so like... But being allergic to pineapple on top of that, that's sick. And being allergic to fruit in general is really, really deeply unfortunate. Why do I feel like... Oh. It's because I went the wrong way. God. But yeah, like, and ultimately, Kay is right. The problem is with people who refuse to let people enjoy things. It's like, if I don't like it, no one can like it. Because, like, yeah, I hate olives. Kay loves olives. Have I ever been like, Kay, you're a monster because you like olives? No, because it's not that big a deal. Take private transit to Apollo Core. Why is the thing... You see, the map is just fucking with me because I was in the right place before. I'm running out of stun batons. Listen, beats. And like, okay, so yeah, I look. Okra. It's a problem because okra is one of my cultural foods and I fucking hate it. That and black-eyed peas is like, keep that shit away from me. I don't understand how people eat it. It's fine that you love okra because you like okra in the right way. You like it deep fried. But beets? And you see, this is why how I know you and my mother would have really gotten along. Because my mother loved, in order, olives, beets, hash browns, and like other things that I do like hash browns. No, listen. I'm 100% sure that I can serve you okra in a way that you would not enjoy it. Because that shit is slimy, gooey, and gross. Unless you cook the shit out of it. And this is another thing. This is why not just eat, this is why you can't eat anybody's gumbo. Because, and this won't be a whole rant about gumbo. I could do an entire talk show episode about gumbo, but I won't do it here. A subsection of gumbo is okra. To Apollo Core. I do not have enough time left in this stream to do my full gumbo rant, but okra gumbo. The way you make okra gumbo is you saute it until it's not slimy anymore, and then you add it to the gumbo. What too many people do, including people who aren't from Louisiana, do, is they just chop that shit up and throw it in there. And you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't, because it becomes slimy and cloying and gross and awful. The same people who just throw okra into their gumbo are the same people that put potato salad in their gumbo. I'm gonna need y'all to stop. Oh, look, when you come to the U.S., I am either making or bringing you a proper gumbo, because out of all of my cultural foods, I'd argue the best thing is gumbo.
Apollo prevented Samuels from lifting the lockdown remotely, but once you're inside, he made sure it'll at least talk to you.
Yeah, listen, I didn't even know that was a thing until this year. And then I saw a video of Emerald Lagasse making gumbo. Yeah, I will heal. ACK. Oh god, my health is at max, so I can't. Oh, that's just gonna stay there. That's dope. ACK. I've made you gumbo. I haven't made you my mother's gumbo. Tomorrow Together number 3. Together Tomorrow, Seegson's Journey into Colonial Space, an Official History by Sebastian Sieg, first printed in Eye on Seegson. Our ascent to Sevastopol. While Seegson prepared for its ascension into colonial space, its foothold was under construction. Sevastopol, a station with unparalleled potential and a perfect position deep in deep space. Sevastopol began as a free port, built by Lorenz Sistek Development and funded by our friends at GeoFund Investor. The station's opening would, however, coincide with tumult in the space race. Years of mismanagement and the rerouting of the Sol Thetis flight path left Sevastopol in real danger of being decommissioned. Thankfully, Seegson were waiting in the wings to re-energize this station, among many others. In 2124, we arrived in Sevastopol and made possible the buzzing cosmopolitan hub you see today.
I've come over to Apollo to find out what sent the synthetics crazy. This place has gone to hell. Apollo's redirected core android duties, and they've just walked away from the maintenance we requested after we got the news. Coolant's everywhere, gas has escaped, and the primary access lift has shut itself down. I flagged a help request, but apparently I'm 45th in line. Systems are suddenly obsessed with hazard containment. I'm gonna find a way down. Spitting out.
I really hope Mother got you spitting. AC, I've made gumbo for Kay, but I haven't made my mother's gumbo because my mother's gumbo. Okay. Again, not going on a whole gumbo rant, but there are many different types of gumbo that fit into, I'm going to say 5 categories. And 2 types of Creole gumbo, 2 types of Cajun gumbo, and then a special Lent version of gumbo that both share. And my mother's gumbo, well, my mother made both types of Creole gumbo. And what I made for Kay was a Cajun gumbo.
Firearms detected.
You've got to be shitting me.
Place firearms on security conveyor. Seegson and Apollo, thank you.
I'll bet.
Not the flamethrower. God, it's been more than 10 years since I've made my mother's version of gumbo. Why did they take away my weapons?
Systems inaccessible.
Ricardo, the way-in's blocked off.
The schematics they use for the Sevastopol sales tour should be nearby. See if there's a back door.
Give them back. Jerks. Okay. Behind me. Look, I am sad that I have not been able to cook for Kay since I've gotten out of the hospital, but that will change. Bonding agent. Yeah, that does. We all forgot. My godbrother forgot, I forgot, and you forgot. We all failed. Okay. So home ec was phased out. Okay, so there's got to be a way in there. I want to say it started going the way of the dodo in like the 70s. My boarding school did have a special cooking class, which was like 2 weeks, like a 2-week like in between semester that they tried out for like 1 year that they didn't end up sticking with. But I first learned cooking from my mom, and then I learned cooking from the internet, because the internet and the U of Tubes has tons and tons and tons of great cooking content, in addition to tons and tons and tons of really bad, terrible, horrible, shitty cooking content. And so, like, once you understand some core concepts, then you just got to buy stuff and start cooking. And I think the mistake that most people make is, one, they don't understand why things are done and how flavors and techniques work. Well, where am I going? And then another mistake that people will make is they will make a recipe once and think they've got it. Or they'll make a recipe once and change a bunch of stuff in the recipe without even like getting it down. And then they'll be like, well, why is this recipe bad? It's like, well, because you exchanged the cornstarch for sour cream. Like, of course it's not going to work. It's like you didn't have any eggs, so you dumped extra flour in it, and now you're wondering why it's dry. Check the Apollo sales tour schematics.
If you find our transit service deficient, please fill out one of the forms provided.
Boy, howdy, do I have things to say about the British Empire. Right, like bean souping is literally a term now. Because somebody was like, I don't like beans, so I put other stuff in it, and it's gross. And it's like, well, because you didn't make bean soup, my guy. But the one, or the two pieces of cooking advice that I would give to everyone is, one, taste as you go, and I mean like safely. Like if you're making meatballs and you mix it up and you season up a batch, pull out like a half an ounce, like a couple of grams, and then fry it and then eat it and see if it's any good. See if it needs more salt. See if it needs more Worcestershire sauce. See if it needs more whatever. And then the other piece of advice I would give to people is don't make a recipe once. Don't make a recipe 5 times. Make a recipe 10 times before you feel confident in doing it. Like, you know, I've made, at this point, hundreds of steaks. And I'm confident I can walk into any kitchen with any equipment and turn out a restaurant quality steak. Because I've done it hundreds of times. And I've done it with purpose. What am I doing? Oh, come on.
Okay, let's see. There's a power conduit that links to the Apollo core. I can use that.
You think you'll fit?
Turn off the electrics, take some deep breaths, squeeze. Easy.
I'm not coming up there to pull you out if you get stuck.
I feel so dumb. 4930, right? Yep.
Huddling up to a live conduit is gonna hurt though, right?
I'll have to power it down first.
Or like, the potato salad that Kay enjoys, that I really enjoy. I've made that dozens of times. And so now I don't measure anything. I just cut stuff up, throw it together, and it's great because you get a feel for it. And in getting a feel for a particular recipe, you then get a general feel for cooking. Like, my godbrother had a thing that he enjoyed from Olive Garden. And he's like, yeah, I don't really go to Olive Garden, but I kind of miss eating this thing. And I'm like, you know, they're like copycat recipes. I can just make it. And he's like, really? I'm like, yeah. And so we buy the stuff. I look up the copycat recipe and then I throw it together. And he's like, this is exactly how it is when I ordered from the restaurant. I'm like, yeah, because I know what I'm doing. Because I've not only made one thing a lot, I've made many things a lot over using different techniques and different spice combinations. I've stewed things, I've braised things, I've grilled things, I've barbecued things. Yes, those are two different things. You know, I've sauteed, I've made pasta, I've made rice, I've made 20 different types of potatoes. Oh, eggs. Another thing that I have made hundreds of is eggs. I've made and again, make it with intention. Like make it with the understanding that you are doing it to learn. And I'm not talking about like you throw eggs in a pan and then you eat them. I mean, I went in with specific technique and with specific goals, trying to achieve a specific understanding every time I made the eggs. And now I can churn out restaurant quality eggs in not whatever style you like, because there are some styles of eggs that I like. I have not mastered over easy eggs. Like if you ask me to do over easy eggs, I'll get them right like half the time. Same thing with poached eggs. Poached eggs are in theory simple. I've gotten poached eggs to come out great once. But scrambled, omelet, souffle, not fajita, but I can make half a dozen different style of eggs, restaurant quality, because I've done it over and over and over and over again with intention. But there are plenty of things where I'm like, I can take a stab at it, but I'm not going to say I'm good at it because I've only made it 5 times. I've only made it 10 times. Like hamburgers. Hamburgers and pancakes are like the 2 things that are like next on my list of things to like master. And do I churn out a decent hamburger? Yes. Is it a restaurant quality hamburger? No. Have I done like the deep dive into ingredients and like the types of beef and grinding my own and like the different types of seasonings and all the different permutations that you need to go through in order to distill down to not necessarily a perfect burger recipe, but your burger recipe? I haven't done that yet. And so I can't say I make a great burger. Yeah. Ooh. Listen. When I am not in front of a microphone, I will disparage chain restaurants. But I will say this in defense of Olive Garden: if you are a family and you have a teenager, specifically a teenage boy, go to Olive Garden, because you take a 15-year-old boy who will eat you out of house and home, who will eat the roof off of your house and ask for seconds, and you put that never-ending pasta ball in front of him, you're gravy. You are set. And the fact that they are taking that away is really, it's not just a crime, it is a federal crime. Whoever decided that needs to go to prison for decades. Frittata, yes. Okay, yes. And saying restaurant quality is like saying military grade in some respects. But when I say restaurant quality, I mean a good restaurant. I do remember that I'm playing a game. Apollo Sales 1 sheet. Apollo information sheet. Why an Apollo system for your deep space orbital station. Self-regulation and android maintenance. Security through removal of synthetic self-determination. Instant communication. No interference. Lightning fast data movement across the station. Reliable, efficient, self-sustaining. A true Seegson product. But like, I make a really good shakshuka. I've only made shakshuka 3 times. And yeah, when I ask you how you like your eggs, I'm the only option not on the table is fertilized. And like I said, my over easy eggs are 50-50. Like, and it's funny because I was laying in bed yesterday and I thought to myself, man, I really want to make K hash browns. Because like I've only made hash browns like 8 or 9 times, but they come out pretty good. I'm not gonna say that they're like really good diner hash browns, not yet, but they're pretty good. And also, I made latkes once with purple potatoes, and them shits were banging. Fantastic. Amazing.
Ray, it's Chief. There's something wrong with your synthetics. The team I requisitioned to acid strip lower habitation just stopped in their tracks. They barked something about a hazard containment order, tried to get into my control booth, and then just marched off. I know I always complain about those spooky bald bastards, but now I've got proof their wiring's faulty. I've got a meeting with your boss Spedding tomorrow, and I'm gonna kick some ass. So when he starts kicking your ass, well, it's coming from me.
But like, eggs are so temperamental.
Conduit's offline for now.
I've pulled
And
up the Apollo schematics here. It looks like you can get to the access to the turbine shaft.
The turbine's running hot, Ricardo. Full speed.
There'll be an emergency shut-off nearby, but it won't stay off forever. You'll have to get inside quickly.
I don't want to save. And look, one of my great joys in life is cooking for people. And so, like, one of the first questions I'll ask somebody who's like a new friend is like, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite thing to eat? And then I will go and practice it. Because if I get the opportunity to make it for you, I want it to be good.
Turbines off. Way should be clear.
Like,
If Apollo systems overheat, they'll reboot.
Procedures are initializing.
where'd I go? Like, when I get back from PAX and I have recovered, I'm gonna get a bag of potatoes and I'm gonna start making hash browns.
This is gonna be tight.
Good luck. Ripley, getting deeper into Apollo and your radio signal's getting faint. I'm gonna lose you soon.
Great. Just keep them crossed for me, huh?
There's gonna be lots of Joes down there, Rip. Could be dangerous.
Samuel sacrificed himself so I could get here. I've gotta try.
I thought he was a pretty nice guy for a synthetic.
Me too.
Hey, safe spot. Yeah, look. Literally everybody has to line up behind Kay. Kay has first dibs. Full stop. The end. And I will warn you, if Kay decides she wants your kidney, she's getting it.
Main entrance is locked.
Notice I said want.
Any idea what to do
Not
next?
she needs it or anything. If she's just like, it'd be nice to have, then oopsie, there goes your kidney.
For God's sake. If you can hear me, find another way to make contact. Something's up with my earpiece.
Hazard containment alert. Apollo would ask for your patience during the current hazard containment alert, which is currently at level Omega. Thank you.
Spedding, something crazy just happened. Sevastopol is off the market. We gotta buy her. Weeks before they start taking the place apart and they U-turn. After all those endless presentations and tours, I guess the talks weren't stalled at all. Someone at company headquarters just had to click his fingers. A message of confirmation just came in. Apollo is currently receiving a packet of new operation rule sets. So, I guess the deal's sealed. Now this is board level need to know stuff until it's announced to shareholders. Quite the promotion, huh?
Listen, in terms of community, Kay has assembled the best community ever. And I can say truly that buddy. I will say, in all of my life, oh, I don't have my guns.
This is futile.
Why are you resistant to EMPs? Buddy. But in all of my life, I have never had a finder group of friends, and it is all Kay's fault. Which is one of the many reasons that Kay gets your kidney.
Ricardo, the main entrance is locked. Any idea what to do next?
I can't hardly hear you, Ripley. Your signal's disappearing. Please speak.
Ricardo? For Christ's sake. If you can hear me, find another way to make contact. Something's up with my earpiece.
Steady. Something crazy just happened. Basketball is off the market. We gotta find her. Before they start taking the place apart and thinking to. After all those
Hey, Rex. Welcome. Why are you... It must be the suit he's wearing.
So, I guess the deal's sealed. But this is more level than the stuff that goes along to share with us.
Why not ask me about Sebastopol safety protocols? I'm going to catch you. Please, calm down.
Why you hit me like that, my guy?
Left hemisphere server bank. Now active. Right hemisphere server bank. Now active.
God damn it, how many of you are there? I'm dead. Okay, what do I have at my disposal? EMP doesn't work. I'm gonna try a flashback.
Main entrance is locked. Any idea what to do next?
I can't hardly hear you, Ripley. Your signal's feet.
Ricardo? For Christ's sake. If you can hear me, find another way to make contact. Something's up with my earpiece.
Spedding, something crazy just happened. Sevastopol is off the market. We got a buyer. Weeks before they start taking the place apart and they U-turn. After all those endless presentations and tours, I guess the talks weren't stalled at all. Someone at company headquarters just had to click his fingers. A message of confirmation just came in. Apollo's currently receiving a packet of new operational rule sets. So I guess the deal's sealed. And this is board level need to know stuff until it's announced to shareholders. Like a promotion, huh?
You shouldn't continue.
I must leave him with the core. Can't do anything without power.
Running courses doesn't require my attention. I knew you were still here. You're going to have to be more careful. Fine.
Okay.
Left hemisphere server banks. Now active. Right hemisphere server banks.
Running courses excellent. You really shouldn't be here.
Apollo, there are androids at the door. Ransoms nowhere to be seen. There are conflicts with the hazard containment breach. Synthetic safety procedures are getting bypassed left and right. Comms. I'm so sure.
Why not ask me about Sevastopol's safety protocols?
Okay, that doesn't help.
I'm going to catch you. Let me help. Why not ask me about Sevastopol's safety protocols? Don't run. Why not ask me about Sevastopol? I'm going to catch you. Don't run. Running causes accidents. Withstand temperatures up to 1,210 degrees.
Okay. If I power these up, one of them should give me access to Apollo security banks.
I'm going to catch you. Please, calm down. Really?
They took my blickies.
Running causes accidents. Why not ask me about Sevastopol's safety protocols? I'm going to catch you. Don't run. Fast report to the...
Okay. Yeah. Probably this. Maybe not this way.
This is Seegson Executive Ransom reporting in from the board. Cheap bastards left me twisting in the wind. I was gonna give you the find of a lifetime. I was willing to risk my life for the company. I could have called in a special team, secured the specimen, and we all would have been happy, but Apollo has got all communication. None of the technicians in Apollo Corps are answering my messages. We're all dying here, you bastards. You threw it all away. Fuck you, and fuck your company. Fuck you!
Why don't you tell him how you really feel, my guy? Save here. Yeah, he sounds like he's having a great time. Okay, so this is back at the beginning. So I probably have to... God damn it. I'm dead. So I gotta hit that button. Okay, so I did this one. Let's turn it. Don't. So that's over there somewhere. Right.
Strange.
Okay, here we go around again. Okay. Nope. Got it. Definitely gonna save here. Oh, when we get to the next ad break, I am done. For those of you who are interested. So, like, 5 minutes. Oh, hey. Hey, look at that. So I'm going to do this and then end the stream. Actually... that button does, but yeah, no. This is a good place to end. Is Jet Set still streaming? She's still streaming, yeah. So we're gonna raid Jet Set, unless there's somebody else. Let's see. Pot meat kettle. What do you mean? Why are you up at 5 a.m.? You know who else is up at 5 or 6 a.m.? They've been going for almost 4 hours. I bet you they're almost dead. So yeah, we're just going to raid Jet Set. But thank you, everybody. I will see y'all on Tuesday. And yeah, obviously no stream next Friday, but probably the Friday after that. And yeah, thank y'all for hanging out. Really appreciate y'all, and I will see you soon. Bye.